you need to watch yourself. No, it's not the season, but it's the season of the scammers, right? They announced that happened way back in April. It is August. It should have been announced an hour or two after they found out. They need to stop lagging because a lot of people probably lost a lot of money, a lot of funds when that happened because scammers just came out the woodwork. Some people, scammers didn't have anything to do with it. It was their time to ramp up. Okay, so somebody lost somewhere, and it should have been announced the minute they found out about it. Do some kind of alert and tell us, no, you're gonna wait till August. Something that happened in April. Did they figure out that April's the 4th month and you're going to wait 4 more months before we find out? And still not quite an alert. A lot of people don't know. If they don't look at the news or anything, they still don't know. And a lot of people fall prey to these scammers. I could tell they were ramping up. You know, they get your phone number. They pay for your phone number. It's not just on the dark web. They can pay for these companies with phone numbers. They can act like they're a business and get to the credit bureau. Credit bureau pays all these people. Have you noticed also that if you haven't looked all your emails, they got all these advertisements and telling you can opt out? When did you opt in? With who did you opt in? And then sometimes you try to opt out and they ramp it up. Just keep on going. And your best bet is just erase it. Just erase it. You know, I found out if I erase it, if I block it, it gives them a signal if they try again that, oh, somebody's there. Okay, so I started erasing the email, you know, deleting, delete. And after so many times, it finally goes away, you know. But it's just, they shouldn't be on our email. I've said this over and over. That's something private to us. And these companies doing everything. They shouldn't be sending advertisements through email. That needs to stop. Information, the credit bureau needs to quit giving information to just stray people. You're not giving it to businesses, you're giving it to anybody that pays for it. Now we can see, I can see that because my phone number is super private. I mean, you can't even technically call me. You have to tell me, email me and say, I'm going to call you. Okay, or text me, I'm going to call you in order to get through so that I can put you on my favorite list. I put you on my favorite list and then you can call continuously after that. But you can't get through. It's not going to signal me, even the phone's not going to ring. And they leave everything on the voicemail. You know, this is blah, blah, blah from blah, blah, blah. You know, kind of, you know, this is Chris Cruz. You know, and I said, Chris Cruz is a famous person. That's not you. And, you know, and you got to call back with this case number. Now, mind you, you can look up case numbers online and the dockets. You can call, you know, down in town and see the docket number, you know, leaving a case number. You got to call this. They're going to be out there. They're going to file this. Don't start falling out. Don't fall out. Even if you owe a bill, don't fall out. We're not back in the ages with Oliver Twist over there in England where you went to jail because you owed a debt. Don't fall out like that. You know, you're okay. And especially something that may have just started. Maybe you got a debt. It just happened to be a coincidence. Maybe you didn't pay anything. It went to the debt collector. And that may not be the right person. We got a lot of people now, the scammers are impersonating debt collectors. So now you got to ask for more information from that debt collector. You can't just go and pay them because you won't be paying that debt collector. You got to ask, I want verification. I want the account number. I want what date it started. I want everything. I want to see the paper that I signed. You ask them for that if you intend to get on it and pay it. Because you're going to pay somebody that's not the debt collector one day. If you're there, We hope you don't have those, but you're going to wind up paying that. And it's easier just to work with the company. If you're behind, work with the company. You're already there, and you don't have to worry about those debt collectors. And eventually, if we start working with the company and stop running from the company, we won't have debt collectors. They won't have anything to do because they buy that debt for pennies on the dollar. Okay, they buy a whole bunch of them. Okay, and yours is probably worth 2 cents. And then all you're doing is giving money to them. It's not going to the company. Companies charged it off or written it off. They're going to get a tax write-off when tax time comes. That they lost something, blah, 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 blah. Some companies don't want to do that, but they'll harass you because they want their money. And some companies, they'll do half, pay us half by this date. And if you can't, talk to them. Say, okay, I don't get paid till then. Can I still do the half? And stay away from the debt collector. If we could get rid of them, we wouldn't be bothered with the debt collector scam, because that's a dangerous one, because people don't want to deal with the debt collector, and they'll just go on and pay it. It may be a wrong piece of paper. You're just not paying attention. They could have a mule collecting it out of a post office box or an address and sending them part of the money, and they keep part of the money. Same stuff they've been doing this whole time. So stay away. Let's start staying away from the debt collector, especially the cash stuffing community. If the rest of them want to follow it, okay, let's just stop. And you look at your bills. This is a time now, since we're in this problem, look at your bills and see the one that's most likely to be in trouble, that it needs to be paid now. And maybe you need to talk to that company now and work out something. Is there a deal? Is there a payment plan I can get on? Can you help me out? I don't mind paying, but I can't, but I can do so much. And work it out. It's easier than sitting there letting it fly off to a debt collector. Because I'm working with one now. They owe $8,000 to the payday loan, and they were sitting getting ready to send the debt collector. I said, talk to them. Let's talk to them. Got on the phone, talked to them, and they worked out $100 a month till she got back on her feet and was able to start doing the payments again. And they were fine. Okay, $100. Can you do 100? If not, we'll go down to 50. Can you pay $1 just to let us know that you can do it? And she says, I'll do the 100. And so she's going to do the 100 a month till she pulls herself back together. Now, if she hadn't said that payday loan probably would have went up higher than the $8,000, because they pay they do daily interest. And I'm going to tell you, the daily interest on hers was $750. You talking about your interest. My interest, okay. $750 a day. See, they got rid of them before. The states did. This is why they got rid of them, but they came back acting as installment loans. And the problem is, people, we know there are poor people in the world. We know you need money, but this is a disaster waiting to happen. It's a disaster. We don't need them. They need to go away. I hate to talk against the business, but they need to go away. You don't know how many lives that I work with that are almost destroyed by these payday loans. Some of them got 4, 5, 6, 7. You can't do it. It takes a master artist to be able to finagle a payday loan, like my cousin does. But he don't anymore. He quit doing that. He got all his stuff paid off, so he was done. But he would get it and hurry up and pay it off. I mean, it was like he'd get $2,000, and when his check came the next month, he paid it off plus whatever little interest. He was done. He said, I'm just trying to get it because I can't get a regular loan at the time. Now he can get a regular loan. We worked on everything. He's fine. Got his new credit cards. He's okay. He's back where he's supposed to be. But there's some people, they don't get to that point, and they just keep borrowing and borrowing, and then they get into trouble because they can't pay it back. Okay, so we do need to get rid of them. Period. You don't need to come back in an installment loan pretending. You don't need to be anything. Just go at that high interest, or they need to make them cap that interest. They need to cap it. If you're gonna do that, you need to cap the interest because you got a lot of people doing this stuff. And they need to cap it so that you're not in trouble or anybody else, or you get tempted. You know, a lot of people now, they don't have the money. They're tempted into these things. It's like, oh, I can pay it back. And, you know, if you get $4,000, I told you, and you're paying $900 a month or $1,000, and you got to keep this up and the bill still isn't paid, no. All right, holiday Christmas Savopoly. I was trying to find my little blue man, but I will use the blue dice to do this. And we will get started. Did I bring the calculator? Of course not. Okay. We're going to do the commercial thing. Commercial. It's commercial. Casberry Mama commercials. Commercial over. There we go. I'm back. All right. So here we are with Savopoly Christmas. I hope you can see it. And we're going to start go. It says save $10. Or anyway, you can't even get started. Here we go. $10. All right. Here we go. 3. 1, 2, 3. And we have a Christmas tree for $2. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have a bell for $7. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have a snowflake for $9. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have hot cocoa for $12, you guys. That sounds good, even though it's too hot for it. Is it hot where you are? It's that steamy hot. It rained like drench and then it stopped. It was like shh, and then quit. And then it did later and it was like, go to the North Pole and save $15. Okay, now we gotta find the North Pole, so we gotta go back. That's up here. Save $10. It's like jail. That's jail. 3, 4, 5, 6 snowman. Frosty plus $8. 1 is open gifts. So open gifts, your choice. And we'll put $1. 3. 1, 2, 3. You should never give me a choice. I'll choose the lowest thing. $11. 2. 1, 2. $12. Now, if you were doing low income, what do? Gingerbread, 1 plus 1 is 2, or you just choose one side, $1. A hot cocoa, 1 plus 2 is 3, or 2 minus 1 is 1, or just choose the $1, whatever you want to do. But just take your time. Don't compare yourself to nobody. Mittens, $13. Yeah, I heard somebody comparing themselves on the channel talking about, I wish I could get this and that. And I was like, okay, you can stop now. It's okay. Santa sack, roll 2 times. So we'll go 1 and 2. And so that's $3. Okay. I'm moving you. Here we go. No, go either way. Okay, 5. I'll just take it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And got open gifts again. And we'll do $2. Now you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's $2 for the tree and $10 because I passed go. So that is $12. So we save for Santa Christmas Savopoly $127, you guys. We haven't played this since May. I played it during that time. So August. Okay, get the smaller side. This is not working at all. It might work. August, I may have to do it again. $127. All right. Hope you have a wonderful day. Watch yourself. You know, we discuss watching, focusing, and you have to focus. You have to focus on the phone calls people call or leave you a message, and, you know, try to block the numbers. Don't call them back. Don't message the emails and all this stuff back. Just erase. If you don't recognize a number, don't call it back. Just don't bother to call it back. They need to understand we're not interested. And they ran a lot of them ramped up because they heard about, you know, they got broadcast all over when it broke that this happened, that the data breach, and they're like, oh, they got a data breach in America. Okay, let's go. We can get some of those people, and see everybody started running scared. So just kind of relax. You got to focus when something like this happens, because didn't I tell you nobody's thinking about you? If they were thinking about us, they would have told us in April, about an hour after it happened. They knew it. They could have did the emergency broadcasting system thing. Why don't you use it? Let's practice something. But didn't I tell you, they're not thinking about you. And you have to think about yourself. You have to save your own self. You have to be your own bank. You have to save yourself, because nobody's thinking about you. You're just a number. That's what happened with our Social Security numbers. They're out there in a data breach. They're not thinking about you. Now, yeah, they're thinking of doing something else with them to try to get, but it could happen again, even with that. So take care of yourself. Have some fun. Enjoy yourself. God bless you. Take care of you. I'm praying for you. If you bought anything in my shop, especially the Abundant Wealth Check, I'm definitely praying over that one. That's the first thing in my mind every day. I pray for my subscribers, because I know this year something's coming for us, okay? Something's coming out there, okay, that kind of help a little bit, but God's got something coming, and we got to pray for it, because like I said, nobody is taking care of us. So what you got to do is call God, because we know he's going to take care of us, okay? Some kind of way he's going to take care of us, and it's going to be all right. So take care. Love you. Merry Christmas.